Nintendo GameCube is my favourite console of all time. Now, I know you're going to say the PlayStation 2 was way better, and you're right in that it sold more, but syphilis was pretty prevalent in the 15th century. They didn't make it the greatest. The GameCube's competition was a glorified DVD player and a PC that couldn't run Windows. The GameCube had the first proper ultra-high frequency wireless controller. There'd been wireless controllers in the past, but frankly they were kind of rubbish. And this controller, with its asymmetrical analog sticks, yeah, it wasn't Xbox who did that, is basically the grandfather of all modern wireless controllers. Its CPU was 1.5 times faster than that of the PlayStation 2. It had better graphics and rendering, 4 controller ports, and you could daisy chain these things together to play up to 16 player across multiple televisions. It came with the option to have the Game Boy player, allowed you to play Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games on the big screen. Due to its unique disc design, loading times were usually much faster. And it has a handle. Even had the option to connect a Game Boy Advance to it and use it as a controller or a second screen. This fun, innovative and quirky little cube stood toe-to-toe with its competition of the day. But it had one fundamental flaw, preventing it from being the crazy seller that was the PlayStation 2. Nintendo's decision to go with mini DVD. It chose to do this for 2 reasons. Firstly, because they didn't want to have to pay licensing fees to Sony, who was one of the architects of the original DVD format. Number 2 was to avoid piracy. These mini DVD discs, although cute AF, were more difficult to replicate. Due to the size difference, the PlayStation disc could hold over 3 times the amount of data that the GameCube ones could. This meant that although the GameCube was more powerful than the PlayStation 2, it was limited by the music and textures that you could store on the disc, meaning that although games ran smoother, they perhaps didn't always look as good or have as large a scope as they could have on the PlayStation 2. This is going to need a part 2. I'm Retro Gaming Addict. Follow for more retro gaming goodness.